Okay, cool. Hello everybody. Welcome back to Real Food Live with ECM at K-State / just Mary, but also ECM. It is our 10th week, which is wild, doing the stream. And so we are still in our Ethiopian food, which is real exciting, and we're going to be doing Inguday Tibs, which is like a mushroom-based dish, and then we're going to be doing a beet and potato salad with it. So it should be pretty straightforward. If you order the delivery bags, I gotta say, and we can hear my, never mind. If you order the delivery bags, I usually like put instructions and like general things to know on the thing, but I ran out of time. And I didn't do that. So hopefully if you have the delivery bag, honestly, I feel like it'd be like, usually I try to make it so that you don't have to watch the stream in case you can't watch the stream. But like this time you might want to watch the stream because there's a lot of things that I didn't, that you're not going to get from just reading the recipe online. But anyways, not a big deal. Everyone is welcome. Happy to be here, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to get started. The first things that we want to do is we want to cut up the potatoes and get them simmering so that they're really nice and soft. So I'm going to wash the potatoes and then we'll dice them and put them in a pan to simmer for like 20 to 25 minutes. How is everybody? Please tell me how you're doing. How's it going? How's everybody feeling? Feeling da-da-da. I don't fully really believe in preheating most of the time, but we're gonna put the water on to get started boiling while we cut the potatoes in. Oh no! The corner of my laptop! And now we're to the game of no, that's definitely which hot thing is the proper size? Good. That's what we're gonna go with. Also, super exciting. Oh, it seems maybe really laggy. Can you guys? Oh no. Okay, so on the stream I haven't put it on yet, but we have the exciting new, like watching the stove view that David hooked up. So now I don't have to like awkwardly take the now I don't have to like awkwardly take the phone and try to be like, here guys, and put it under my chin as I have done in the past. So yeah. So we're just gonna dice these potatoes. If you're a weenie, you can peel them. I don't really believe in peeling because that's where all the nutrients are, and like, I don't know, there's some fun in eating potato skins, right? But if you really don't like them, I guess you can get rid of them. So you just want to put them in bite-sized pieces so that when you are eating them, you can bite them and eat them. And that is how you should eat things. I know. No weenies allowed on this stream. Yeah, I also agree that rain would be nice. So, well, I don't think that it, well, maybe I shouldn't talk about that. But basically I want my plants to be watered because I'm kind of tired of watering specific plants that were put in recently, and just be nice if it could rain. But we'll see. But I also, okay, so super exciting news. I've been working on the cold frames, which for those of you who don't know, cold frames are basically like little plant beds that are at an angle, and then you put a glass panel on the top of it, and then solar heat comes in during the winter, and so you can grow like really cold season, like lettuces and other things like that. But you can grow them year round, which is like so exciting. So I've been working on those with my roommates. They've been so helpful. This whole week we've been doing that, and my landlord, who is also he also he's a contractor, and he helped me a bunch with these cold frames, blah 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 blah. Anyway, there's a lot of wood in the backyard, so that's why I'm concerned about it raining. I did cover them with a tarp, but the tarp seems like it might be a million years old, and there's lots of holes in it, so I don't necessarily like really want it to rain like that much. Seems like maybe like, well, I do want it to rain. I think it'll be okay, but you know. Welcome everybody. I'm happy that everyone could tune in this week. Okay, so now that we have the potatoes on to simmer, I think that we can do, I think that we should start the Inguday Tibs. So the potatoes are for the beet salad, and we'll do the Inguday Tibs, which is the mushroom dish. So I'm gonna get the mushrooms out. I feel like we really scored a deal. I don't know if you can see that. $129 for this 8 ounces of like the organic whatever mushrooms today at Dylan's. So technically this recipe calls for like portobellos, which like, I don't know who you think we are over here, but we certainly ain't, no people who buy portobellos all the time because they're more expensive, and these were $1.29, so that's what we did. So I'm gonna get the colander and wash these off. These are boiling, so I'm gonna kind of turn it to low and so that they can simmer. And I'll probably put a timer on. Now that's the long. I can show you here. This is a long reading, which is the most annoying thing that I've ever heard in my whole life. We're gonna put these on for 20 minutes, and then in 20 minutes I'll get really scared. Yay! Loud noises. Yay! So anyways, yeah, if you wanted to be really fancy, you could get portobellos or baby bellas. I was doing some serious math at Dylan's today, trying to calculate all of the that we need. So I'm gonna watch them. These are just regular like button white mushrooms. Yay! Okay. So we're gonna cut these, and then we'll do the sauce. And 2 inches in length. I don't even really know what they're looking for. I'm gonna put them in this bowl. So I'm gonna rinse out. Shaboom. Oh my gosh! A potato was left behind. You know what they say? No potato left behind. I'm gonna put the chat back on so I can talk to people. Yeah? Yeah? I'm going to... Oh, okay, he was messaging to, like, walk in, and I was not looking at the chat, so David was, what's that word? He seemed really sneaky and standing over there for a second, but he said to act like everything was normal, and so I did, so... I don't know. Anyways. Boom. Can you see, is everything visible in the top-down camera? I feel like I struggle. Now that I put that timer on, now I can feel like there's a bomb or something. Everything's counting down. Yes you do. You do exist, Dave. Don't say that. That's not nice. Yeah, so I'm just cutting these mushrooms. I tried to do some math. I looked at Dylan's and it was like, it said 8 ounces equals, okay, that was 2 portobello, like the big boy burger things. And so I calculated what 3, therefore would be 12 ounces per person, and then blah blah blah. Anyways, so yeah, it was also distracting because actually I don't know if I should the guy working the produce section at Dylan's was like really trying to talk to me. The food, the bomb. I hope not. Please don't be too crazy. So yeah, he was like trying to talk to me and asking like really awkward questions about I don't know. He was so he was asking. No, I don't want to. He was very nice, and I don't want to seem like I'm making fun of him at all. But he did say something like, he was asking what food we were making, because I said like, oh, like I, cook for a community meal, and blah blah blah. So I'm getting ingredients for that. And then he was like, oh, like what are you making? And I was like, oh, we're making Ethiopian food. And then I had to say Inguday Tibs and beet salad. And he was like, oh, that's very original. That's like, thank you. I just thought it was a really funny interaction, and I proceeded to go on with the rest of my day, thoroughly amused by the people that we meet around us in the world. So fun. Anyways, I'm kind of getting pretty chaotic with cutting these mushrooms, but that would be so offensive. It says, imagine if he said it was unoriginal. Can you imagine just looking at someone dead in the eyes and just saying, that's pretty unoriginal. You. We can cut these and then check on the potatoes. Maybe we should cut these more. I don't really know. It said 1 to 2 inch pieces, but considering that mushrooms are like not a straight line, they're not, like a cylinder. I don't know. know. Somebody is really into cutting mushrooms in interesting ways. I also don't cut off, like I know people like will like pop off the stems and then they'll cut the stems and then they'll cut the tops. I don't do that. I just cut it all together. I don't know if that's improper, but you know what? How unoriginal. I know. Oh my god. Okay, actually I'm gonna cut some of these big pieces because like this is like chunky. This is like I can't even fit it in, you know, like it's not even right size. Do 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 do. So man. Ooh, there's some onion skin on that. Do you ever just feel like sometimes your whole life is just covered in onion skin? I'm not trying to body shame the mushroom. I'm really sorry. It's a beautiful mushroom. It's just like we have to make them conform, you know? Stop being original, mushrooms. Stop it. Oh, I feel like having a knife in my hand while I said that was maybe a little bit too much. I'm not trying to threaten them, but I am kind of threatening them because I am cutting them with a knife, and that's pretty threatening. Sorry, mushrooms. Okay, so I feel like these are smaller. Okay, let's cut this one in half because they're pretty chunky. So I have not met, yeah, that's true. Okay, so also speaking of like being worried about being eaten, okay, these are, can you see that? They're simmering. Nice. Gentle simmer. So we're gonna set those there. The one stem. And also, there's some on here, those are just like ends that were really gross, and I'm just gonna put them in the compost. Oh yeah, so, okay, so we found, first I'm gonna do the thing, and then I'm gonna talk about the stuff that's not like relevant to the task at hand. So we're gonna get a little bowl, maybe even just actually a little cup, little baby cup, and we want to just put 1 tablespoon of oil, preferably that's not, whoops, okay. We're gonna put 1 tablespoon of oil, preferably olive oil if you don't have olive oil. Probably like a light vegetable oil. I bet canola would be fine. It's not really that big of a deal, but you know, olive oil. You gotta be with the classy folk. And the olive oil. So you're putting an olive oil of tablespoons in the cup with a tablespoon of our classic berberia. Wow, I should have done this first and then done the oil. Mary, it's your brain. Okay, so that's that. But it said if you want it more spicy, you can add more of this stuff. So I just did that, and it was totally on purpose and not because I spilled it at all. So you're putting a tablespoon, theoretically, of the berberia. I just kind of cringe at myself every time I say that because I just feel like someone is going to hear me like, you're ruining everything by saying it that way. And then teaspoon ginger, and then you're gonna mix it all up. This is called the Awaze sauce, which is like just ginger and the berberia spice mix. Nice. It looks like barbecue sauce, but much better because it's made with love. Okay, so now that we have those kind of set aside, I didn't really do this in a very good order, but you know what? Everything is chaos anyways, so it doesn't really matter. We are going to do, with this, a half cup of red onions. So I'm going to start with, this should be about, I don't know, I don't really like when they put recipes and they do like cups for onions. Like, tell me how much of an onion I need to cut. That's so extra, okay? Like, but I'm thinking that this is a pretty small onion, and I think that half of an onion should be about half a cup. So we'll do that. And this, yeah, no, I'm like pretty chaotic today. On the scale of like how chaotic is Mary today, it's like pretty high. Berbera, beret. Okay, so I definitely like looked up that last week and like listened to it multiple times prior to the stream. But like a week ago was like honestly like 3 million years ago. So I kind of forgot that. But thank you for being so thorough and making sure that I don't deeply offend people with my pronunciation. So we're just finely chopping this little red onion and crying about it because it's so sad. Oh, okay, so what I was talking about was, so today, you know, we have lots of whatever stuff in our yard, and I like eating weeds because why wouldn't you eat weeds? Because they're native and they're good. And oh, is it? Fun fact: Ethiopia is the most populous landlocked country. I didn't know that. I thought that. I'm really crying right now. These onions are really getting to me. You know what I learned from that I did like from people, and maybe it's not even true. I did not realize like how populous Germany was until I met German people, and they were like, yeah, no, there's like so many people in Germany, and we're so crammed. I was like, what? What? But Germany's landlocked, right? Yeah, because yeah. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyways, okay, so back to my story for like the fourth time. Tears running down my face. So there's like this wild lettuce plant which kind of looks like milk thistle, but it's like so spiky, and it just does not look like, you know, very friendly at all. Like not even wanting to hang out with me. What the heck? Why won't you be my friend? And oop, wrong recipe. Sorry. Oh, okay. So I gotta do the mushrooms. Sorry. So I cut the red onion. This is currently all for the Inguday Tibs. We'll do the beet salad at the end. And so we have half a cup-ish of red onion cut up, and we're also cutting up one small tomato into bite-sized chunks as well. So, I don't know, like, Patty went through great effort to saute, like boil for 15 minutes and then saute this lettuce, and like it was still pretty, I mean it was fine, like you didn't hurt yourself when you ate it, but like you could see the pokes to the point where I like looked at it and I was like, I don't know if I want to put that in my mouth because that seems like it's gonna hurt me internally, and then I'm gonna be hurt by this plant. And but anyways, I ate it and it was decent, but like, God, imagine living your whole existence and trying to evolve to where people won't eat you, and trying so hard, and then people just come in and they just boil you and they just eat you anyways. Like, that's just hurtful, you know? Trying their best. Okay, so we got the tomato, we got the onion, we got the mushrooms, the mushies. Yeah, so that's like kind of pretty much it. So I think that we'll cook these on the griddle. Or should we do it on the pan? Here, folks, you can vote. The mushies. I know. The chili, like, poor chili peppers. They're trying so hard, and like, people are just like, oh, you're delicious, I love these secondary compounds that you've made. They really are like so medicinal for me. And so, have some empathy, guys. Okay, so should we do it on the griddle? Or should we do it on the stove top, now that we have like the fancy thing? Because I feel like the griddle really visualizes it well. I'm gonna do it on the griddle because frankly, I like the griddle. I think it's a fun time. I like cooking stuff on griddles. What can I say? Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, so this is a tablespoon of the sauce, which honestly I think I might, especially because we added a little bit extra of the Berbera sauce. I'm gonna add like just a little dollop more of the olive oil, just so that it's a little bit less chalky, I guess. Like, it just seems really like not even like just too dry. And so we have, oop, it's not heating up like that. You gotta turn the griddle on for it to work. You know, like a nice medium heat. And then once it heats up, apparently you're supposed to wait until the pan is hot to add the oil, because it does something to the oil. Wait, did I trip? Wait. I don't know what's happening in the group chat. It's on its own, this one. Yeah, so we're gonna heat it up, and then we're gonna put some more oil, and then we're gonna do the red onions, and you know, do a little zhuzh. Do what all onions do. Not olives. You guys are talking about olives in the group chat. It's confusing me. Okay. Put in these onions. Ooh, okay. And saute them real smooth now. Turn around. 3 hops this time. I was trying to do the cha-cha real smooth thing, but that wouldn't have probably made any sense. You just want to saute these for like 2-ish minutes until they're nice and soft. And we'll talk about their feelings with you and actually be vulnerable. Unlike so many people in society today. I'm just breaking all these little... Ah, God! It's in my eyes, I get it. Seriously, onions. At least onions, I feel like, as far as like, you know, plants feeling helpless and just dying despite trying their best. Like onions at least fight back. You know what I'm saying? Like same with um, like chili peppers. Like if you wipe your eyes, like that's your fault. And onions are the same way. They're like, sure, we might be the most delicious food ever, but like, we're gonna go down with a fight, and you are going to be in pain. Like, sorry, not sorry. So I'm gonna just take a fork and make sure that these are like nice and smushy soft. Ooh, perfect, beautiful, amazing. And this is into a plastic colander. Will it release phthalates? I don't know. Yeah, probably. Everything. God dang it, EPA. Okay. So we're gonna let's see, what does it say to do with the okay. Oh, so we're supposed to put them, so it says to drain them and then put them in a warm pot so that they dry out. So I'm going to put them back in the pot that they just came out of that's pretty warm. So we're coming back over here. They're nice and soft. Ooh, that one popped. Ooh, it's getting pretty crazy in here. Oh my god, guys. You don't even know what's happening. You ain't even ready for it. It's like popcorn. It's, wow. Okay. Yeah, so stirring the tomatoes and mushrooms. Don't mind me, I'm just trying to read directly off of the thing. So there's the tomatoes. I think that we might want to turn this down also. It's like pretty spicy in here. It's like pretty spicy. Okay. So now we're gonna add this awaze sauce, and I'm gonna get a one of these babies. We're just gonna add it all over. Just gonna make sure that we're not being wasteful because you know what they say. If you're wasteful in the kitchen, you're not nice. Speaking of being wasteful in the kitchen, did anybody tune into our Sustainable Kitchen episode on Tuesday? Because it was the first one, and I think we're all pretty proud of it, and we will be back again this Tuesday talking about how to not recycle in the kitchen, and thinking of reusing and reducing how to reduce, reuse, and get sustainable kitchen. Whoop whoop. Nice. These are all pretty nice and coated. Once you pour in the awaze, you just want to like make sure that it's all coated all over the food. I kind of feel like I should have cut the mushrooms smaller, but as they say, you know, swallow. Wow, that's a really big piece of mushroom. Did I not cut that at all? Oh, okay, I'm breaking it apart. Break up scene. Okay. So we're gonna turn the heat real low. How low can you go? Man, it's so good when you can just continually reference the cha-cha slide throughout a stream. How convenient. Can you go down low? All the way to the floor? I don't think that these are the words. Maybe they are. Can you bring it to the top? Like you're never gonna stop. So you're gonna put it on low, and you're just gonna like let the mushrooms get to their little nice mushy self. It says about 10 minutes on the recipe that I'm looking at. So now that that's all happening, we can dice. Sorry, over this one. So if you, there's still some stuff in here. If you ordered the delivery, so the beet salad recipe was literally for like, the recipe was 8 servings. So I was like, that's a lot. So I halved it. So if you are at home cooking along, it'll be half all of the recipes. So the ordinary recipe asks for a half of a yellow onion, and we are going to use a quarter of a yellow onion. And why didn't I just use the red onion? Anyways, let's not talk about it. We'll use it for something else. For something good, I guess. So we are going to just dice a quarter of a white onion, yellow onion, you know, the nice boys. And I will put them, we're going to put them in a bowl, like a serving bowl, like that salads go into. And then you can serve it and eat it. Wow. It's not that loud. It's fine. It is loud, and I'm sorry. This bowl is kind of excessively large for like this amount of honey. But sorry folks, that's what we got. It's really because I like using the metal bowls more than I like using the plastic bowls. The plastic bowls would have made more sense. Honestly, this is my bowl from home, and that would have made the most sense. But it's compost now, so we can't do it. So it also asks for 1 jalapeno for this recipe. And so we have chilies on hand. And so we're just going to use, I think 2 chili peppers. No, you know what? No, just 1. We're just going to do 1. The seeds are kind of brown because it's old. We'll just take those out of there. Spicy? Don't even talk to me, spicy. I don't even want to talk to you. Okay, and then we are going to I think I just swooped all of the seeds in there anyways. We are going to roll this lemon, and then we are going to, oh my god, the lemon was too juicy. It was Doja Cat levels of juicy. Yeah, so we're just gonna squeeze the lemon juice. I like to put it in a little bowl so that you can take out the seeds and then you can transfer it into the stuff without all of the seeds getting all up in your business, because sorry lemon seeds, you deserve better. Okay? Well, I haven't looked at the, oh my god, my hands are wet. Wait. Oh my gosh. Okay, my hand is like wet, and I was touching my computer screen because I
was curious about what was going on in the chat, and now I regret that because my computer started to say other things. Okay, let's check out. Ooh boy! You guys see that steam? Spicy mama. Okay, so we're gonna squeeze the rest of this lemon. And then what we gotta do is we got to that's true. I did, I mean, uh, uh, eh. um, I did wipe my whole computer with Lysol beforehand because I didn't want to touch it and then, you know, get all blah blah blah. And then really, in a very, actually, what am I even doing? So, we're gonna, so, okay, if you saw the recipe, I should have probably talked about this earlier, but, you know, if you can't tell, it's a bit chaotic in here today. Dang, I also forget that we have this lemon juicer thing. I always forget that. So, the recipe calls for like using fresh beets, but that would have been $3 million. Also, they have like 2 beets in Dylan's, and like, I'm sorry, what? So basically, everyone got canned beets, which means that they're already like cooked. Wow, it is honestly why I should have saved that juice. It's so beautifully pink, and that could have, I could have, I don't know, made some lipstick out of it or something. A very scary lipstick. So I'm just gonna cut these beets up into like 1-inch bite-sized chunks and put them in there. Again, if you got the like 1 to 2 person size of the meal, it would be 8 ounces. But if you got the double, then it's a full pound of beets. A whole pound. A pound. So I'm still chopping these beets, and my hands are going to be stained for the rest of my life. And it's going to be great. We're going to have a great I really don't know what's happening in the chat right now, but I hope y'all are having fun, because what? What's happening? I don't know anything. I don't know anything. Still, wow, what an idea. Huh. Doing multiple beats at once. Can't handle this flex. Can't handle it. Too fast.
Should I read the chat?
Mary, you are missing out on. Wait. Okay, I gotta read this chat because what? David just said that I have to. honestly, okay, so we did make a joke where I was like I was at Dylan's and I was like, wow, that's weird that there's like still vinegar here because like I mostly use vinegar for cleaning instead of like, you know, other things. And Patty was like, well, yeah, I don't think that the people who are like, oh my god, germs everywhere, can't handle germs, are also the people who are like, I use vinegar to clean. Like, I don't think that there's also overlap. Okay. Okay, but I will say, in regards to like, also lemons being the same thing as limes, in Thai, they don't, first of all, they don't even have lime. They don't even have lemons. Like, that's like not really a thing in Thailand. But they don't have, wow, I did not even cut these all the way through. I'm such a mess. But they don't have like a separate word for it. So then everything is just Manao. So like, you will see all the time things, this is a fun fact if you go to Thailand. Like, I'm starting to think that they aren't real because like half the time it'll be labeled as like lemon and then it'll be lime and like there's no difference. It's all the same. Nothing is special. Everything. Um Oh, I was supposed to add beets last, but okay. We're adding the lemon juice. And then it also asks for peanut oil, which like, you know. So I'm just gonna use olive oil. Again, if you don't have olive oil, canola, schmanola, whatever. And that's 2 tablespoons of that. So we're gonna use, where did the tablespoon, okay. It's gonna be a little bit covered in the other seasoning, but it doesn't matter, because nothing matters. Okay. So we have the peanut oil, we have the beets, we have the onions. The only last thing that we gotta do really, I'm gonna turn this really low because I think these are pretty close to being done. I'm just gonna like let them like chill on there. Also, what would be really good with this is if you still have some leftover injera dough, to like eat this with the injera. You probably should have made some this week, and I probably should have come here early and thawed out some of the injera. But like, just imagine I'm eating with the injera. Delicious, yeah. So we're just gonna like really quickly on a little baby pan. We are going to turn the heat up and toast some mustard seeds. About a 1/4 teaspoon, but like I like mustard seeds, so I'll probably put more than that. Also, it's ridiculous to do anything and only do a 1/2 teaspoon or a 1/4 teaspoon of it. Like what? So we're just gonna toast them until they get like nice and fragrant and delicious. Just put them right in the pan, no oil or nothing, and let them get nice. So yeah, I think that, okay, so what are we missing? What are we missing? I'm gonna put the potatoes in, and then softly. Yeah, okay, Javier, you get it. You know what I'm saying. Two shots of vodka. Always a classic. So we're going to gently mix the potatoes with the beets until they turn a lovely pink shade. Mmm, lovely. I will say also, I had some great, I don't know if it was, I don't think that it was made by Ariana. It might have been made by Ariana's Bangladeshi friends, but they basically did something really close like this, and I actually have some in the fridge right now because I was going to eat it. But it's like a beet and potato salad, but they also have garbanzo beans in there. So if you were looking for a little bit extra protein, you could totally add those in, and I think that would be a really good addition. Are you guys popping? Come on, folks. Get spicy. And then we're gonna add like a little pinch, quarter teaspoon of salt. And wait, Ariana Grande? What about Ariana Grande? I know her. Actually, she is from Florida. That's a fun fact. But she's from Boca, which is like pretty bougie. South Florida. It's a whole different world down there. A pinch of fenugreek powder. We're gonna add that, and then once the mustard seeds are, I really should have diced the chilies much more finely, but I didn't, and now we're living with our choices. You guys popping? They're popping, guys. I wish you guys could see it. It's so magical. Can you see that? Wow. Oh, they popped. They're popping. I feel like a mother watching my children graduate high school. Okay, so yeah, we just toasted these mustard seeds, and then we're gonna sprinkle those in and then incorporate them. And then, honestly, this was a really fun time. I don't know what's happening. But I will plate some of this stuff up. We'll try it out, and then you guys can like go on with your life. Okay, I have not. Okay, so I've read Paper Towns. I read Paper Towns in high school. And I um I saw the movie when it came out. I mean, I am not from Orlando. I'm from Tampa, and there are members of the being from Tampa in the chat. But I have not seen the Florida Project. I have it on my list on Netflix, and I do really want to watch it. I mean, like, I think that the line honestly, like, hot take, I think that the line, like, of what Paper Towns means, I mean, like, everyone's so fake and, like, blah, blah, blah. I feel like that kind of applies to Florida somewhat. Yeah. I will say, I didn't like how big the houses were in the movie. That, like, really bothered me because people in Florida, like, I know that, like, it's movie houses, but also, like, I feel like it's rare to find in South Florida, like, how big houses are, how big of houses there are. Like, I feel like, when I think of a big house, I think, like, Kansas City, like, has big houses, but Florida doesn't really have as big of houses. The average house is, like, not that, that big. But in the movie, they went to, like, some mansion, and I was like, who the heck are these people? I've never seen a house as big in Florida. What the heck? Anyways. I'm sure that there are mansions in Florida. It's not like there's not. But, like, I just mean, like, on average. But that's also just because I hate the depiction of how everyone is like. Okay, I will prioritize watching the Florida Project for sure. I really do want to watch it. It seems like maybe more of like an emotional kind of thing. Wait, Halo. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I will prioritize watching the Florida Project because I have been meaning to watch it. I watched the trailer of it when it was coming out, and I was like, I want to see this. And then, now that it's on Netflix, I was like, I need to watch that, and I haven't watched it yet, so I will be sure to watch it. Okay. Before I do the taste test, everything is kind of a mess in here because I'm just a mess. I'm gonna do the close-up shot. Everyone, everyone be thinking about like what you wanna, any nice remarks, things you wanna tell the people you love, stuff like that. Think about your final things to say because we are going to be done in a minute here. I feel like this went really fast and it's already past 7 and that's wild. Okay, this is Inguday Tibs. Real mushroomy. Got some good, oops, it's out of focus. Tomatoes, blah blah blah. It smells really nice. This is the beet salad. I bet it's kind of warm. I bet it would be really good if it was chilled. It seems like something that should chill. Oh my gosh, it's so lemony. I just cheated. Let me try. Ooh, I forgot to. Okay, I'm gonna do the taste test. Taste test. Taste test. Taste test. However, peppercorns is like the Green brothers did grow up in Orlando, so like I feel like that's a really automatically give some points. This is so good. I felt the need to just say, like John Green, he's from there. They're from Orlando, so this is really good. It's definitely like the same flavor as the Berberia. I really feel like just as like like a kitchen tip, that I think that I don't know how expensive because we made it here to get like the Berberia. Oh my god, my hands are so pink. Can you see that? I don't know how easy that is, but I feel like it's like so easy to just like add and your dish immediately has like such good flavor, like oh my lord. So I would definitely recommend that to people, like just get that or look up a recipe if you have a generally well stocked spice cabinet and can like put together stuff like that. I would probably just make it because so good. So yeah, it has that. It's the general like really warm, spicy, flavorful stuff. It's just in mushroom form, and I love me some mushies. So, okay. 1 to 10 on taste. I would say like an 8.5. Nothing is perfect, but like this is really good stuff, and you can make it pretty easily. It would definitely be really good on injera. I do gotta say that though. I'm kind of regretting not making one, but yeah, totally fine on its own. Really good mushrooms. This was like really easy too when you think about it. Like you're just putting it all in and sauteing. So like a 4 on the difficult. Like you have to cut things. I don't know. Let me try this beet salad. I feel like I should get some onion too. Yeah. I think it needs more salt, but generally, ooh, the toasted, I crunched down on a toasted mustard seed and that was really good. I mean, generally it's like beets and potatoes, so how can you go wrong with that? Like, that's good stuff. And onions, like, classic. It tastes just like the stuff I was eating earlier today, which is the same stuff. I really like the mustard seeds in it. I think that adds. Well, I probably added too much salt now. Whoops. I probably should put more. Ooh. I just bit down on one of the chili pieces. I probably should have more finely chopped the chili or put more in there because it has the potential to have a really nice spice, but it's just not distributed very much because I've chopped it in larger bites. Maybe if it was like sitting for longer, it would have more spice from diffusion. Yeah. Difficulty. I think that the canned beets made it really easy. Otherwise, you would have to. This is also like a really easy thing. You don't even have to cook it. You just cook the potatoes, which is like so easy. So yeah. Also probably like a 4 on the difficulty. Maybe even a 3. I don't know. Once it gets down to the low numbers, it's like, what am I qualifying? Like, knowing how to turn on a stove? Does that count as a number? I don't know. Yeah, and surprisingly not as lemony as I thought it was going to be. The first bite that I had was misleading. No, a 4. Thank you. Thank you for the salt. A 4 on the difficulty. Oh, you mean like that's too difficult? Yeah, it was pretty hard. The taste, I'd probably put it like a 7. If you're not into beets, you probably ain't gonna be like really into it. But I like beets. Some people don't like my beet brownies when I made beet brownies. Okay, so like 2 summers ago, I spent like so much of my time pulling beets because I was working on this farm and they like had a whole high tunnel that was pretty much just full of beets. And every week at the farmer's market, we would sell like a lot of beets. That was like our primary thing that we were selling. And then I would just go home with like all of these beets and try to eat them. And so I made beet brownies one time and Sweeney ate them and was like, this was like way before we were dating, when we were just friends. And then he was like, oh yeah, they're good. It was on my birthday. It was on my birthday and I made these beet brownies. And I was coming back from Wichita up into Manhattan and I made these beet brownies and I was like, it's my birthday. I made these beet brownies. And apparently he told me like months later that they were terrible. And I was like, kind of sad about it. But anyways, I thought they were pretty good. And I like beets. So that's my story. Okay. Does anybody have any like final things that they would like to say? Or messages? Don't forget, Sustainable Kitchen is at 6 p.m. next Tuesday. And we would love to have everyone there joining. Any announcements? Do we have any announcements? We only have 1 more week of Ethiopian food, and then we're moving to Mediterranean food, guys. Get ready for it. June is going to be off the charts. Wow. Off the charts. Billboard Top 40, watch out for Mediterranean Real Food Live. Yeah, thanks for joining, everybody. I think that's all I have to say, unless anybody has anything that they like really want to talk about. I'm sweaty and it's hot in here, so I think that we should say goodbye. Okay. I love everybody. I'm so happy that everyone joined and are still tuning in for this every week. It's great. Everyone's great. I appreciate all of you. I'm so proud of everyone doing their thing, living their lives. And okay, I will ring us out and then we will say bye. Is pizza in the Mediterranean? Yeah. Yeah. Right? I mean, Italy counts. I have been really wanting to make a sourdough pizza, but it does not count. Does Italy not count as the Mediterranean? Is that not a thing? I thought it was. No. I thought that was going to be a serious answer. Okay. I'm ringing us out. We're going by. Miss you all. See you soon. Okay. Bye, everybody.